I've most likely made a very big mistake allowing you to play this on my channel. But here we are anyway.
Yup. Because you know how it is. Sometimes the greatest things come from the biggest mistakes. And you know, given my track record with games that I like playing, this was probably a mistake for me as well. Anyways, hello to the crowd. I am John Suitors.
And I've made a big... Hold on. What's that thing in the back over there?
In the back?
Yeah.
What, you mean that sword?
No.
Oh, the metal?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like it looks like a frog almost.
I'm pretty sure that's just scrap from some kind of mechanical creature.
Okay, that's me. I'm that. And because I've been playing with Photoshop, I've hopefully stuck my face right there.
Well, anyways, welcome everyone to Xenoblade Chronicles.
John tells me this game's over 100 hours long.
Possibly. To be honest, I haven't yet finished the game myself. I've gotten possibly being the key word here halfway through, and that's because of the fact that I tend to start and drop games like absolutely nuts.
You're kind of like Gabe, who goes to level like 30 in a Borderlands game and stops.
Exactly. But this is a game that I've been sitting on for a while. I wanted to play this game for a long time, and I've been looking for the perfect opportunity to do it, and I guess now's a better time than any, right? Because, if you couldn't tell already, this is the first LP of ours to be showing up on the new channel. Occasional comedy. I don't know why I kind of... I'm getting caught up in the title theme, which is fucking amazing, by the way. You should really look this up on YouTube when you get the chance. I love the entire soundtrack for this game, and I'm probably going to be saying that the entire time we're playing, because...
Oh boy, I better get a counter ready. I better make a small graphic for this counter.
Because really...
It's going to be a photo of you, and it's just like you and kawaii happy face. I'm going to send you an email. It's going to say, John, I need you to send me a picture of your face, like... kawaii.
But anyways...
Every time John fangirls.
The counter reaches infinity long before we get to the end.
It already has. You fangirled over the title screen.
Anyways, we waited on the title screen long enough for that to actually go tonight, so you know what, let's just jump right in.
I'm glad the title screen actually changed, otherwise it would have been there awkwardly for a good 3 minutes.
Yeah. But then again, you know, I just wanted to make sure that I kind of get everything out of the way. Oh yeah, and full disclaimer, because I know someone's going to bring it up. This is probably not going to be a 100% run, and if it is, I'm going to somehow pull it out of my ass, because... Like, even though you could probably finish this game at standard RPG length, 100%ing this game requires you to do, like, side quests are the bulk of this game. So odds are, if you're going to be spending a lot of time with this game, it's probably going to be on side quests. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind there. And I'm going to be doing quite a good few of them.
Hey. Do I make you worry during Let's Plays when I tell you stuff? Because I'm worried about editing this later.
Oh, you're going to have nightmares by the time this is over. Like, that's another reason that I was worried for you, because this is going to be a monster to edit. I mean, if other LPs of this game weren't already a signal of just what you'll be in for.
Just don't be upset when this doesn't look the way you want it to.
I will make no promises. I'll make no promises, but I will try my damnedest. But, anyways, I love how we're just kind of casually talking about everything that isn't two giant robots slashing the crap out of each other.
But I don't know what they're fighting for, so I can't root for either of them.
Only their lifeless corpses.
You know, it doesn't matter, because they're both dead.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess nobody wins.
Eons have passed.
Well, technically, sort of, because years later, the robots themselves have become environments in which people and other creatures are able to live on. You try and take a guess how that one works.
Why does this look like an RTS?
Because of all the soldiers?
Yes. That's exactly why I said that.
And meanwhile, there's this whole big fucking sci-fi battle going on, and everyone is dying. It's like, we have all of this advanced technology going up against itself, and it's just fucking nuts. And now my cat is knocking shit down. Lovely. She almost knocked my Shulk amiibo down. Which would have been funny given the circumstance, but... yeah.
Well, he is dead. Rest in peace, that guy.
Yeah, he is all of the dead.
Who's this?
This motherfucker right here. This is Dunban.
Dunban?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put it to you this way.
No, it's okay. You're fine. Please don't.
No, I was just gonna say, if you thought that the names in Pokemon Coliseum were pretty ridiculous, well, this game is only about a step under it.
Well, now I know his name.
Yep.
We've been given the order to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6. That's where we'll set up the last line of defense.
Yeah.
Except, you know, that's exactly what we're not going to do.
Here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
It looks like he belongs in One Piece. The guy to the right.
He kind of does, actually. Like, you know who he reminds me of? God, I can't even remember his name now. He's the guy that... he's basically the commander of CP9. I want to say his name was like Stalford or something. That's what he reminds me of. Oh yeah, by the way, the One Piece looking guy, his name is Mumkar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You might call me crazy, but I feel like I want this to be 20 minutes.
I'm going with you. You'll need someone.
So basically, the entire episode is just going to be this intro cutscene.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are we playing Xenoblade or Metal Gear Solid 4?
You're gonna be asking yourself that, at least for the intro. Like, once we get past, like, maybe the first 3 hours, the game lines up, but there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes. I'm just gonna say that much. But, you know, it's all to build up the world and to show that Dunban is fucking amazing. But meanwhile, Mumkar is the exact opposite. Couldn't give less of a shit if he tried, and wants to absolutely bail out. But, of course, he's gonna stay and fight anyway, because, you know, he's just kind of crazy like that.
Really? The cutscene's over, bro.
Well, yeah, the cutscene's over for now, but...
yeah, for now. Now it's gonna tell you how to fight. Yep. I read these in French.
Yep.
The manual was in French.
For whatever reason. But anyways, here we basically have the battle sequence.
Yeah. If you know how to play, please just skip that.
Yeah. Basically... oh yeah, pause. Basically, you'll just kind of initiate with characters. So sort of auto attack for a while, but it's not entirely RuneScape either.
It looks like Dragon Age Inquisition. You just kind of let the person do what you want, and you barely play.
It's kind of like that, which is kind of ironic because I played Dragon Age Origins a little while ago and I fucking hated it. But there is a little more to do here, because you have specific arts that you can use that have specific effects on certain enemies. For example, what I just did was Monado Enchant, which basically will allow all of my enemies to attack these Mechon and actually be able to do damage, because, as you'll learn later, using regular weapons on these guys does jacket shit. And only the Monado and Ether type weapons are actually able to hurt them properly. So, basically, you're going to have to rely on whoever is using a Monado in order to actually kill these guys. There are other enemies that regular weapons actually hurt, but if you're ever fighting Mechon, well, this is basically what you're just going to have to deal with. But for the most part, this is all just fairly easy. You're not supposed to have any trouble with this whatsoever. And right now it's just kind of stalling for some reason. I don't even think there's anything... Oh, there it is! A Mechon M82. This is basically supposed to kind of show, hey, this is a big monster. You should be scared of this guy. But, you know, it's a tutorial, so who gives a shit? This is really just here to kind of introduce you to the battle mechanics and all that good stuff. Of course, we can't really talk much about it now because this basically does jack and shit, all things considered, for actually teaching you how to play. This is just kind of here to show the badassery that is Dunban. But we'll be getting into proper battle mechanics and all that soon enough. Of course we're not kidding. They're robots. Robots don't know how to kid. Just like me.
They'll have to be if they want to beat us. Now, let's even the odds a bit.
Would you say it's time to tip the scales, Dunban?
Dixon, Munka, let's do this.
So yeah, it's basically 3 guys versus an entire army, cause why not, right?
Well, 2 guys in a Dunban.
You know, that's a good way to put it. 2 guys in a Dunban. Because let's face it, he's basically just doing all this shit himself.
I didn't.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't say it to mean like a Dunban. It was UH. And a Dunban.
And, yeah.
I ain't going down that easily.
Dunban, you alright?
However, not as all fine for the illustrious Dunban.
Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit.
And Mumkar's gonna turn tail and run, cause he's a bitch.
What are you doing? That way is... Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you, but it's the Monado they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Munka, you dirty.
Now, don't worry. I'll organize your funerals.
And if you couldn't tell already, Mumkar's kind of a prick.
Wait.
I don't know. I kind of like him.
However, there is one small problem.
If this is a joke, it ain't.
There is one small problem in this situation,
This is it.
and it's that, believe it or not, Mumkar is going the wrong way.
Dunban?
Believe it or not, the only problem here is Dunban's a feminist.
What?
That's the problem.
Why?
It's the hidden story of Xenoblade Chronicles.
That makes no sense! That makes no sense given what we've seen so far.
That thing's gonna be mine.
And like I said, Mumkar went the wrong way.
Vile Mechon. If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
And so, that was the Battle of Sword Valley.
And that was him killing an insect.
And here we're seeing a bunch of areas of the game. What the fuck? What the fuck is Harry Potter getting into this?
And name drop. Roll credits.
Woo! Roll credits. And so that entire thing was basically there just because. The actual game starts to take place 1 year later.
Really? A whole year?
Yeah, a whole year.
It took the battle took place eons after the robots killed each other.
Yes.
A Mechon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of
And meanwhile, we're
Oh,
here
can
in a junk heap.
Oh, no good. It's broken.
Though, I guess it's about time that we ask the question. Are you really feeling it, Nick?
I'm not feeling anything.
It's completely...
Well,
Is that Shulk's voice?
yes.
I'm not getting used to this ever.
That is indeed the Shulk. The very one that ended up joining Super Smash Bros., much to my delight.
Huh? An M69?
Though one thing you'll notice immediately is that Shulk is very obsessed with mechanical junk.
Making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to...
Stick your dink in it!
That is not a good idea because there's something living inside that thing.
Right.
I'm going to smack you. Get away!
Oh my god, Nick.
I'll lure it away and top it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
So anyway, while Nick tries to screw around with the cat who's screwing around with all of our stuff, we have our first proper battle. And this is basically telling us if our thing hits 0, then yada 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 yada. However, here we finally get into the meat of these battles, where basically the more that you attack, the quicker that you're able to use these, your arts. Basically, this will be powered up by all of your attacks, and once it builds up, you're able to use your talent arts. In my case, I can use this, and it'll cause the monster to die. It'll cause it to die.
Gee, hitting things kills things. Who could have guessed?
Not exactly what I intended to happen, but...
This game pauses too much.
That's because it's the beginning of the game. But anyways, we're once again introduced to another enemy, and we're also introduced to the concept of aggro. Which basically, whoever has a red ring around them is being targeted by a particular enemy. This aggro is usually determined based on how much damage a certain person does while in battle, and whoever has that on top of them will basically receiving the brunt of whatever the monster's thinking. So, it's usually good to have your aggro set up on top of tanks. Usually the way it should be, because, you know, they're going to be taking all the damage and shit. But, anyways, we have Ryan here, who is basically saying, Shulk, why the fuck are you out here? There's monsters and shit. Get back to the colony. And meanwhile, my cat can't sit the fuck still. For fuck's sake, kitty.
Dunban's weapon still beats them all. The Monado. I hope I can figure out the secret of his power one day. You will, Shulk. Anyway, we better get back to the colony.
Yeah, fuck off back to the colony, Shulk. I'm pretty sure you can't be taking on all these crabbles and caterpies.
Caterpie?
Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break. Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
And now we are introduced to the overworld.
Oh, God.
And of course we have our objective markers that'll basically just tell us, hey, here's everything you need to know on where you need to go. And it's at this point we can also open up the menu and check updates and stuff and just do all that sort of stuff. You open the menu with X and we have a number of options at our disposal right now. We have the area map, items, arts and skills, the party, journal, other stuff like changing the time or viewing tutorials, and here we can also save our progress. And we're going to take care of all of that in a bit. We'll be right back real quick, because I have a feeling that the cat will not stop until she has completely ruined everything.
Well, why don't we just end off our first episode, huh?
Alright, this will be a bit of a shorter episode, because I'm fairly certain...
This might be average. I really want to... I want to get... Let's just do the outro first.
Alright, we'll do the outro and then we'll worry about all the other stuff. Anyways, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we're gonna go back to Colony 9, and we're gonna see who this old Square Sash is that Ryan mentioned earlier, and maybe we'll figure out a little more about just what exactly happened here. Alright, well, see you later, guys.